Hey guys, I'm back. I hope you enjoyed my Kent Stadium run earlier. So this is a game a good number of you should be familiar with, as it was featured in the Sega 8 last year as the last game on the list. And with me on commentary will be Paul Saltine.
Yo, yo, yo. It is nice to be on the other side of this for once.
For sure. All right, so as soon as I start the game, Paul's going to take it from there. And wish me luck, guys, because this is a very hard game to get through, as Paul will go into detail on why this game is quite a ride to go through. All right, so I'm going to start in 3, 2, 1. Take away, Paul.
UK, let's go. New York is burning down. That's basically the motto of this game. It's going to be 5 stages. Each stage is going to have 2 subsections and then a final boss fight, except for the final stage. We'll get to that. Takes a death right away. Just thing about this game is you have no health bar. There are one-hit deaths. Now, some of the enemies won't necessarily kill you when they touch you. They'll just bat you backwards, but then some of them will kill you immediately. If you're getting shot by a projectile, you're gonna die. But ZG's already through stage 1, part 1, and he's on the part 2. One thing you're gonna notice all the way throughout this speed run is that despite having shurikens, ZG is probably going to try and not use it as much as you might think he would. He's instead going to try to get as close to enemies as possible and then jump kick them. Reason for that being is unless you are in the air shooting a shuriken, you kind of stop your forward movement. Good save. Oh, good save. We'll just do the boss fight here, then I'll continue explaining that. This boss might look like what's dropping from the ceiling is completely random, but if ZG does the same kind of movement each time during this boss fight, those rocks will always fall in the same pattern, and he crushes it. We're moving on to the bonus stage. Now, after every stage, there is a bonus stage. You're gonna just fall from the rooftops here, and you're gonna be able to attack these falling ninjas. There's 50 of them in total. If you kill all 50, you get 3 lives. If you kill 49, you get 2 lives. I believe if you kill 48 of them, you get 1 life. And then if you kill between like 47 and 1 ninja, you just get points, which is like whatever. The game also does take complete pity on you. If you kill none of the falling ninjas, you will get just a pity 1-up. So you may as well just not do anything during this section. Yep, there it is. Get your 1-up and just get out of here. But yeah, as I was saying, it is a bit faster to kick enemies because you're just jumping in the air and kicking them. You're not stopping. Versus if you're shooting a shuriken on the ground, you stop for a very brief period of time to shoot that shuriken. So you want to keep going forward as much as you can. To be able to exit each stage, ZG is going to have to collect all the hostages in each stage. The route is routed in such a way that we're, effectively getting each hostage, but for the most part, all the hostages are in a pretty straight line to the end of the stage, so you really don't have to worry about that too much. And we're getting ready to come up to the stage 2 boss, also known as Grover, also known as the big first RNG reset point of the Shadow Dancer's speedrun. There is a quick kill that ZG is going to be going for here, but it is RNG dependent. We're going to have to wait for the boss to give him a good spawn. It is technically doable with some worse spawns, but it makes it a lot more difficult. And that's not a great spawn by Grover. Gonna take a death. Might actually be beneficial because if he can set up the quick kill on Grover on the second try, it might actually still save time. Not the greatest spawn, but doable. Doesn't get the quick kill. That's fine. So you just fight Grover the regular way here. So what ZG was trying to do there was to get a shuriken inside the hitbox of Grover's face and then to activate his ninjutsu. If you do it properly with a shuriken still in his hitbox, Then by activating the ninjutsu, the shuriken pauses in his hitbox and it just ticks down continual damage. And it'll kill him before the animation for the ninjutsu is even done. Alright, so far so good. How you feeling, ZG?
Okay, despite those few deaths earlier.
That's, you know why? It's an unforgiving game. Mistakes are punished very much in this game. Very difficult to get a deathless run. Honestly, it really is.
Well, yeah.
Moving on to stage 3. Stage 3, the difficulty starts ramping up a little bit now in stage 3, but thankfully 3-2 is an auto-scroller, so you get a bit of a breather almost immediately. This is also the stage where you can really start noticing your inputs getting eaten, because as if a game with no health bar, one-hit deaths is not, hard enough on its own. This game loves to eat your jump inputs and your shot inputs, and it can all be very fatal here. But no eaten inputs, and the one spot in this stage where it's most likely to happen, ZG is going to get out of here with his life. Perfect. Those green suit dudes right there, by the way, are one of the few enemies in this game that really, truly is. You can't touch them and they'll kill you. Most of the other ninjas, if you do touch them, they'll just push you backwards. And we are onto the auto-scroller. ZG, well aware of the fact that no run of Shadow Dancer is valid without dancing with your dog on the elevator, so if this is a PB for him, that will not be rejected on the leaderboards, so that's wonderful. This auto-scroller is definitely not free, especially, like I said, in a game where your inputs can get eaten. It is very easy to get killed by one of these ninjas, very, very easy, and just have to do it all over again. Especially this part right here. You gotta group these 4 ninjas right together to be able to slash them all at once. Really don't want to have all those ninjas kind of just all trying to attack you from all over the place. And I believe it's just one more wave of ninjas, and then we're going to move on to the stage 3 boss. Very cool quick kill coming up here. Nice little manip. Because this boss fight would actually be really difficult if you couldn't just walk her off the edge of the screen. So what ZG's doing there is he's kneeling down and he's walking towards the boss, but he's trying not to get too close or too far away from it. If he gets too close, he'll bump into her knee. You won't kill him automatically. She'll bounce him backwards, but then she'll shoot at you, and that's guaranteed to kill you. If you get too far away from her, then she'll stop moving backwards and then shoot and kill you. So, going into the most difficult part of the speedrun, 4-1 and 4-2, two very unforgiving levels. The platforming and the jumping is nearly perfect. It has to be nearly perfect. There are some backups for 4-1 and 4-2. 4-1 is probably a little more forgiving for backups, but we'll see how ZG does here. I'm going to actually just be quiet so he can concentrate for like 1 second. Shot to the back of the head. It's fine. If things kind of go awry here, it's best to just, take a breather and take it slow. Just know that, there's a police officer shooting at you at the top of the steps. You just got to be careful for that. And with a ninja breathing down his neck, Yo! Nice. Gets out of 4-1 with his life there. 4-2 in the darkness. Very difficult stage because a lot of the enemies are actually hiding in the shadows. And you can't really see them. So you just have to be familiar enough with the stage to know where the enemies are hiding. It's like you can see a shot in the shadows up there, and there's 2 more enemies in the shadows just to the right there. This is a very painful stage to die in, because you're going to get a power-up here. Your ninjutsu powers up. If you were to die after getting that power-up, you can't get it back, and you basically just have to do the rest of the stage casually. And we're under the wheel boss fight. RNG reset point number 2. This wheel can do many number of things. It can spin around you a lot. It can spin around you a little bit. What ZG's trying to do is he's trying to either get 4 hits right away, but they don't give him the RNG for it. Now what he's trying to do is just hope that the wheel doesn't spin too much around him. Get double hits into the wheel if you can. Triple hits would be nice. I think he got a double hit there. Looks good. And then, yeah, he did indeed get a double hit, which is great. That cuts down on the number of rotation cycles, so that helps speed up that boss fight. Very trolly boss. When I was doing my world record grind, I was a big reset point right there, because the wheel would just do whatever the hell the wheel wanted. And yeah, we're going into the final stage. So the final stage is a little bit different than the other two. Instead of 2 stages and then a boss fight, we're actually going to get 5 smaller stages. It's not really like a boss rush. It's more like an enemy rush. Each room is going to have different sets of enemies. At varying difficulties. I actually find that the first room is probably the most challenging. However, the last 2 rooms have the highest likelihood of eating your input and then just killing you. So Union Lizard, let's go. Room 1. Taking it safe with your dog Yamato. Always wise. If you're worried about, maybe you don't want to eat a bullet in the face, just send your trusty dog down. He'll take care of business. Ooh. Bad bounce, but it did not kill him. Got very lucky there. Rolling enemies, you got to be careful here because they will push you backwards and then they try to kill you. So you want to avoid that if they do actually touch you. Out of room 2. Room 3, yeah, the green suit dudes. These guys will kill you if they touch you. No bounce back or anything whatsoever. So ZG clears that room perfectly. Room 4, here we go. Gotta hope that we have no eaten inputs here. Ooh. Sword to the pinky toe. Any doctors in chat can tell you that is 100% fatal all the time. They call it the Widowmaker in the hospital, actually. Looking good here. No eaten input, that's great. Going into the final room before the final boss fight. One last chance for the game to eat ZG's inputs. So far, it looks like he's been okay on input eating, though. Perfect. No eaten input there. All right, we're coming into the final boss fight. Now, say you're doing PB attempts and you got the Grover quick kill. You got a really good wheel fight. This guy here is sitting on his shitter is here to ruin your day. He's going to spawn these ninja enemies, and they're always going to spawn in the same pattern. ZG knows the pattern. He knows what to do. Whether go to the edge of the screen, jump, move to the left, move to the right, group them together. It's all good. How quickly this guy actually spawns these enemies can make a huge difference when it comes to your time. Like this good, he's not spawning shit here right now. He's taking his time. If this were me, I'd be swearing at the television right now because this guy is taking his sweet-ass time to spawn these enemies. Now, during a marathon, that's fine. There's less risk of dying because he can spawn these enemies very quickly, and you don't actually have time to think about what it is that you're trying to do here. Good. So there's going to be one more wave of enemies here. If ZG were to miss one of these shots on the boss fight, then the cycle will just loop back over again. Time is coming out on Fade Out. I am certain Booster is well aware of the timing for this game. So I will say time, but I'm sure he knows when time is. Not too fast of a spawn. This is actually a very manageable spawn. Kind of what you want to see during a marathon. Nice and safe. 2 hits away from the end of the game. 1, 2. He will finish. Time is coming up on Fade to Black. Time. Boom. ZG, take it away, dude.
That went actually much better than I thought it would. I
Well,
don't remember.
Yeah, it's better than the time that you told me you thought you were gonna get.
Because I was de-rusting this game for like the last couple of days, and I didn't get above a 15 minute, below a 15 minutes time. So I was actually shocked.
It's pretty good, yeah.
Oh my god. So Paul, so team, thank you very much for commentating this run.
Oh, thanks for having me.
I know you guys are looking to some more Shinobi action. There's gonna be a nice Shinobi 3 race happening, so definitely look forward to that. I'm happy to perform these 2 games for you guys. Enjoy the rest of the event and take it away. Take care, guys.